code it, okay? First of all, we have two screens. We have annual data. That's what we always looked at. You are familiar with that one, Mildred, is that right? Okay.
Yes,
So when we pick a company, let's say for Apple, this is new. I need to go over that one with you. That one I will go over with you as well. But as we go along, I will teach you a little bit on corporate valuation. So, and then eventually I want to see a course. Let's say 3 months from now, we'll open a corporate valuation. We'll be able to. More people will start joining, you will see. But you have to be ready for a lot of things. So we have annual data, which is working beautifully. I added the quarterly data. I started it with you, Daniel, if you recall. Now, on the annual or the quarterly, every year you have 4 quarters. You see that? You know, one that is ending in March, one ending in June, usually in September and December. But it's not always the case. Apple, for example, their annual data is ending in September. That's the end of the year. That could happen. Okay, last of September. So that's the end of the year. First quarter for them, it's ending in December. But that's less crucial for us. Okay, so if you click here, that's on 2021. I have an error. I probably have removed something. I need to check why. I think I removed that function. Yeah, get company detail. Yeah, but this function does not exist. I commented out. You see that? Hey, it doesn't like me. Interesting. I'll remove it. Yeah, I removed the old data. So let me see here. It doesn't like me. Yeah, I don't really need that one anymore. I can remove it. Yeah, I'm not going to use that anymore. So let's get it out. I know why. You know why I'm getting an error? Because this one is Django. You got it? So even if it's commented, it's JavaScript commenting. You got it?
yeah.
So it's not really reading it. If you really want to comment it, I probably have to do that. That's probably will take it away. So then I shouldn't really get the error. Let's try that. But I think that it's what happening here. And now I have it. That no, didn't help. Take it out. I take it out. I am not going to use it anyway. This story. The only reason I kept it is to check that there are to compare our data to their data. Okay. So let me start with a little L. It gets all of that stuff, and we're getting the annual and we're getting the quarterly. And then when I got to the SEC, this time, you see, I don't think I'm going to use the quarterly. I opened them up, but it seems to me when we collect data for the annual, the same text work also for the quarterly. I'm still searching it. So when we click here, this is ready for me. I need to remove something from there probably. And now you're getting all the stuff we did so far. It works the same when you do, I think for quarterly, we're getting for the quarterly data. And how do you know it's a quarterly? Because it says unaudited. You see that? Unaudited, it means it's really, usually on a quarterly that financial statement, the auditor, the CPA doesn't have to do all the tests that he usually does. So this is really data on a quarterly. You see 81, 438 net sales. Okay, 41 for, and see the year. The year is really ending for Apple in September. So the third quarter is ending in June. So when you go to the data on a quarterly data, and you go to the last one, here you will see 2020 probably in the end. Yeah. You look at the third quarter and you scroll down. I need to fix up the way that it's called, that I won't lose the left side. We have to make a trick there somehow. 81, what is it? Yeah, you see it's too big. I need to do something. I need to change it that you don't lose the left side. So if you look at net revenue, you see revenue. So let me put the revenue all the way up. Yeah, okay. So now let me go to the right side. So here we go. See that number? 81,434. See that number?
Yes, doctor.
This is exactly coming for the quarterly data. Okay, it's not the annual. So this data is very important. They don't report all the data for the fourth quarter. See, there's no fourth quarter yet for Apple. The fourth quarter will be in the end of this year. It will be, sorry, the fourth quarter. Sorry, let me take it back. Let me take it back. Fourth quarter for Apple should have been in September. This is the third, this is June, and September already have been. So that's why I'm surprised. Yeah, why I'm not having here the data. I don't have any data for the fourth quarter. I think I might didn't collect it because I did see it. No, I don't get the fourth quarter here. Hold a second, why I don't get it here either? No, I do get it here. You see that? For 2020. For 2020, I do get it here. For 2021, why I'm not getting it? I don't know. It's really complex. I'll be honest with you. It's very, very complex. But I will figure it out. 2021. Hold a second. First quarter. There's no such a things. Yeah, hold a second. That's 2020. So, hold a second. I need to figure out what am I doing. There is something that don't go right. This is fourth quarter. Yeah, this is correct. You see that? This is fourth quarter of 2020. This is correct. First quarter of 2021. What's going on here? Yeah, this is December. Yeah, but this is wrong. I'm getting December 2020. I have an error here in my formula pulling the data. You got it?
Yes, doctor.
This is wrong. This is the first, but that should be December. No, this is okay. Sorry, my mistake. This is perfect. This is the first quarter of 2021. It's very confusing because the year is ending, say, the fourth quarter for Apple, it is really September, end of September. You got it?
Yes.
So this is like the last the last month for Apple of the year. So for them, the year starting in the 1st of October, end up in September, the end of September. That's for them the year. So first quarter of the next year, it is really ending in December, which is correct. And we can know if we are right by looking at the second quarter. Second quarter, so I did it okay. Second quarter, it is March. You see that? Which regular company will be the second quarter. It's a little confusing. You see that?
Yes, doctor.
Okay. Then a third quarter should be June. Perfect. This is correct. Got it? And that's exactly the number we see in the report. We don't have yet the fourth quarter of 2021. That will be published next year. Okay?
Yeah.
It's the fourth quarter. That's the third quarter. Yeah, perfectly. So, by the way, but I thought they already published it. Their annual of 2021. That's what I know why I'm puzzled. I should have already the September. Why I don't have the September? You got my point? This one should have been there already. When I click here, I should see data. Yeah, this is perfect. Yeah, everything is perfect. I should have September because they already published their financial statements for September. We are already in December. So when they publish it sometime in October, I think, or November. Okay, so that's perfect. Usually you won't see that. Most of the companies, you don't really have the fourth quarter of 2021. But for Apple, since the year is ending in September, they already have the data. Got it?
Yes.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I tell you that the real challenge, what you're seeing here, it's not really the fourth quarter. How do you know that this is not true fourth quarter? Because it doesn't say audited. This is the annual. Now, one thing from the accounting class that I taught you, you should know that the balance sheet, this is the statement of operation. So this is a yearly, this is incorrect. This is not the fourth quarter. Okay? This is not really the financial statement for the fourth quarter. I don't really care either. The real problem is, in fact, this is a problem, but I pulled the data differently. You see, if you look, the fourth quarter should have 365. It's not true. I know it's about 80, okay, 80, 90 every quarter. If you multiply it by 4, you get that number. And how do you really know that? If you go here to the quarterly and you go to the fourth quarter, which is the last one, I need to play with how to make a little, here we go, the revenue. Let's keep the revenue. Here is the revenue. And I don't get the data for the revenue. That's what drives me nuts. I get 81. You see that? That's
Yes.
for the third quarter. I don't get the data for the fourth quarter. For some reason, I'm not getting this data. I need to figure it out. You see, I get it for these, but I don't get it for the revenue. I can assume why. I can guess. But it did work for the other years. In any case, it's a really complex topic in XBRL. That's why I want you to study more. Hi, Michael. I see Michael joined us.
Hello, doctor.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
I
Good
apologize
afternoon.
I couldn't talk the other day. And in fact, today is Friday. So I would love to talk to you before Shabbat. So in about
Okay.
half a year when we finish here, or 45 minutes, is that okay?
Yes, doctor, it's okay.
You have time? I don't know what's your schedule.
By around 7 p.m. I don't know.
No, 7 p.m. I won't be able, sweetie. At 4
Mm,
o'clock my time, which is about an hour from now, I usually don't like to talk on the phone because we observe the Jewish Shabbat. Unless I
okay,
have to,
so
you know.
okay, so that's 5 o'clock Ugandan time.
Perfect. 5 o'clock Uganda time.
Okay then.
Perfect. After we finish this session, we do that. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Very good. Very good. So what we're doing now is really, we finally got to the point. Daniel and Brenda is up to speed on teaching certificate 1, definitely. And I want him to take very big role in teaching certificate 2, even most of it. And
Okay.
we're working really hard on getting more students. And I know Brenda did some contact, Daniel, and everyone else. So I'm hoping to have like 10, 15 students certificate 1. So certificate 1 will start January. And
Okay.
certificate 2 will start next week.
Okay.
Certificate 2 is mostly the student that we had from last time. And I want also to start machine learning, which we will start probably a week and a half from now, something like that. But that will be only for the senior student. And I wanted to talk to you, in fact, how you're coming along with your project, because I thought you're going to do a corporate valuation. So you need to touch base on this stuff as well. So
Yes.
thank God we are expanding. We are moving forward, which is really good. We're doing
Okay.
really good. Okay, but let's talk about the other stuff with you. I have a lot of to talk to you. For now,
Okay.
I'm just going over what we have in data collections. And we got to the point now we start collecting also quarterly data. And there's many ways to do. We have the problem with the fourth quarter. Okay, the fourth quarter is usually the biggest problem. Okay, and
Yes.
I did the annual works perfectly. I worked on the quarterly, so you can tell we get quarter 1, 2, and 3. They are relatively easy. Quarter 4 is a challenge because it's embedded inside the annual report. So the truth of the matter is that the fourth quarter of the balance sheet, it's exactly as the annual. Not the first, not the second, not the third. To remind you, what is the balance sheet? It's the status of the company. So in the end of the fourth quarter is the same as the annual. So no surprise, the fourth quarter, all this data, let's say I look at 2012, you know, cash and cash equivalent, 10,746 will be exactly the same number as here. You see that? No surprise.
Yes.
Can you guys see that? All the stuff on the
Yes.
balance sheet are the same up to total equity. Let's look at the total equity, 118,210. Let's look at fourth quarter. Quarterly, it should be exactly the same. I will have to play a little bit with the organizing so it look like nicely. Retained earning. Where is the equity? Here we go. You see the equity? The same things. Got it?
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
up to here, we don't really have any problem with the fourth quarter. The biggest problem is the income statement. The income statement is a flow. What does it mean, a flow? Flow, it means how much money we made the first 3 months, how much money we made second quarter, which is the next 3 months from April to June, then the next one, and then the next one. When you add all of them, it should be, let's try it. It should be that the sum of all those 4 equal to the annual of 2012. So let's look at the revenue. Let's see if this is correct. Let's go into here, just make it up here. Let me just open some screen and let's see if that's correct. If I was right. Let's take this one. Let's put all the data here. And here we go. We have all of those data. So let's do the sum. Okay. And let's add it up. It should be equal. Not always, you'll be surprised. Not always it will be the situation because accounting sometimes change. So I got 156. Let's see how much is the annual of revenue. Yeah, here we go. You see that number here? 156,508. It's exactly the same. Correct? And it makes sense. So every account in the yearly, in the annual, this number is made of the sum of the quarter of the same year. That's only for the income statement. Daniel,
Yes, doctor.
this is going to be so important when we build up the cube. We haven't built the cube yet. We will. That will be next. And that's what I said. We're going to have a video every week. We design a day, and I want to do on Sunday the XBRL. So I hope everyone can join. I will start, I think XBRL, I will dedicate 2 or 3 videos. Okay? So I might even do them in a row. And I want to start doing videos on what we're doing in the Academy City. And every week we will make a video. That will help to the marketing and people will start noticing us. Okay, so let's look at the revenue. Something, everything starting from revenue. The sum of the 4, it's the annual. So if I want to know depreciation, okay, the sum of the depreciation should be the annual. It's not that important number for me. Look at the cost of revenue. That's a challenge. I have the first 3 quarters. I don't have the 4. Can I write an equation that I can fill up the 4th one, Daniel?
Yes, doctor. It's possible.
I will take the annual and subtract the other 3, correct?
Yeah.
That's only for the income statement. And then we can fill up all the missing data for the 4th quarter. That's another way to do it. And we're set. We are okay. Got it?
Yes.
That's pretty. That's beautiful. Okay? And over time, you'll be expert. You know, it just takes time. We finally, thank God, we're moving out of software engineering and we're getting into finance and we get to machine learning. That's what I want for 2022. And honestly, I hope by the end of 2022, we'll have more than 100 students and more like 10 senior students. That's what I want by the end of 2022. But wait, you will see.
Okay.
That will be beautiful. I think we can do it.
Sure, it's possible.
Yeah, we have gone a long way since then. We have a lot to show for. That's why those videos and Daniel and other things, you can also make videos. When you finish this, and I think you can even start, you know, the process of the app wives. Start making 2 or 3 videos how you made that website. Moreover, I think it should be part of the teaching material for certificate 2. Am I right, Daniel? What do you say?
Yes, doctor. I will make some videos of that.
I think you became to be really expert in doing those, which I am very happy, very, very happy. Now I would like Jeremiah to help you do a nice videos. You're improving the material for certificate 2. And also we have more material to put on the channel. And then in the channel, people will start appreciating what we're doing. And they will come, they will start, wow. They're not just hearing about you guys knowing so much. They said, okay, look at the material. This is better than any other university. And you know that we are right. I don't think you have any university in Uganda in this level. I'll be honest with you, there's no university in Israel in this level. This is Chicago style. Okay? Okay, good. So that's one thing, Daniel, I want to work with you to fix it. Okay? That's one thing. Another things. Okay? Okay, this is, we don't have data for this one. Okay, any place, we don't really have any data here. So it should be empty. So this one should be removed. So we need to write a function that will remove all the undefined, correct? That should be easy.
Yes.
Okay, in fact, I don't think I applied it here. I need to check. And I want to check why it didn't do it for this one. So I need to check why. But I applied the similar functions here in the annual. You see where it's empty, you don't see undefined. You see that? Got it? So
Yes, doctor.
those two, now let's see conceptually. Those two folders, they are extracting data from supposed to be our website. Now, when I build up the data, I need to know how to extract the data and put it on our website. I say it again. The data is in the SEC. It's here. So that's why we have this screen. This screen is designed to collect the information, how to withdraw the data from the SEC. I repeat it. This screen is designed how to organize the information to help me to pull the data from the SEC. I'm calling it the third function. This is one functionality, this screen. The third functionality is this. There's one in the middle, and I'm going to talk about it in a second. This one supposed to pull the data from our computer and show it to the user. Okay? I skipped the second functionality. I'm jumping to the fourth functionality. So this is the first functionality. This is the third functionality. And the fourth functionality, using this data to generate the financial statement analysis, all of those data coming, by the way, from the annual. Okay, so that's here. All the data that I'm getting in the schedules, they are coming from the annual. Both of those are the fourth functionality. Got it? So this is really what the data is used for analysis. This is just presentation of the data. Third functionality. Fourth functionality is analysis. And in the valuation, by the way. All that stuff, what happened in the functionality of the fourth one. This is what we call the fifth functionality. So this is simple analysis. These schedules preparing calculation, they're going to be used in here. They are being used here. For example, look at the number effective tax rate, 1961. This number comes from a schedule called effective tax rate. You see this number? 1961. So this is a schedule that feed into the valuation, to this one. Got it? So we have 5 functions. I jumped on one of them. The hardest one I jumped. We have stage number 1. We have a mechanism to collect information that will help us to pull the data from the SEC. So far, so good?
So good.
Good. Function number 2, I will just say it, and I will go over it in a minute, is using this information, go to the SEC, pull the XBRL, and pull the data based on this information, collect the data from the XBRL, and put it in our computer. That's function number 2. I repeat it. Number 1 is this one, collecting data. Let's say here when I chose revenue, I collected the tag behind. You know that. Okay, we went over it. When we collect the data and we put it in our system, okay, we have this information. We know revenue in the XBRL, we know which tag we are using. And that's correct for all the account. And that's true for all the statements, you know, the statements. And that's true for all the years and for all the companies we wanted. So we're collecting those data. After we collect, we know how to pull the data. So stage number 2, function number 2, okay, is pulling the data out of the XBRL. Got it? After
Yes,
I
sir.
collect the data, it's sitting on our computers. They are sitting there as a JSON field, if you remember, as a JSON field. But function number 3, pulling the data from our server and building up those 2 screens. So I have the data that I got from the SEC, put it on our computer, but it's organized there as a dictionary. Okay? Stage number 4, from these 2, in fact, mostly now, from this one, I'm working on, and that's what I will start today even, is now I'm putting data only from here to prepare the financial statement analysis, and I'm not going to change it, because usually you do financial statement analysis based on that. We can expand it to include quarterly data. Okay, for now we're doing it only for annual. We can make it, by the way, you can go into financial statement analysis and we can be nice, take all those, put them on the left and make here a click, yearly or annual. You got it? A quarterly or annual. You got it? And then you can get 2 different styles, but the idea is the same. That's an easy part. Then schedules. Schedules are designed for the valuation. So there's several schedules you must calculate based on the data you collected here. And based on those schedules, we build up this screen. So function number 4 is those 2. Function number 5 is do valuation. After I do the valuation, I'm going to make this one to come up automatically as well. For now, I made buttons. When I click here, that's called analysis using simulation. You got it? And I will explain that as we go along. This is function number 6. Fair enough? I think up to 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are clear, or at least you can see what we're doing. The only one you don't really see it here, it's number 2. What happened? How does it work after I collect the data from here? How do I pull the data from the SEC? How do I pull the XBRLs, pull the data, and make it as a JSON? The truth of the matter is we have to understand one. When we're collecting data, all the information here is going into, let me see if I have already that one. Let me see here. This one I have 2 of them. So yeah, let's go into here. This one is being collected here. We have a database, a table. It's a very beautifully designed table. Okay, it's beautifully designed tables. Why it's beautifully designed tables? This is the place we're keeping the data that we're collecting from here. So when I'm clicking in here and choose this one, is going behind here, updating and adding a row here, telling me which account I used. And for that account, by the way, if you can tell, there's a count here. It's, where's the account, by the way? Okay. This is the account that I use. This is the account that they are using in the XBRL for 2020. How do I know it's 2020? That's a little step. Well, you see zero, I put it in a zero for a reason, but forget about it. This is what they write, and this is what we write. What do I mean by that? Let me choose Apple. For Apple will be clear. Let me use Apple here. Okay, let me choose only Apple. Okay, if you look at Apple, you don't see 2020. You see that? The reason you don't see 2020, I took all the text of 2020 of Apple, I turned them to be number 0. And why did I do that? When next time you will do for another company, it will, in the same industry, it will take the default of Apple and try to match it. If you find a matching, it's perfect. If not, then you just have 2020. But I will get into that more organized one day. We'll make a special video. I don't want to publish that. This is really for us. So I want to make it all for us. But bottom line, function number 1, this screen allows us to collect data into here. Into here. Okay, now if you look at this, it gives you the number here, it gives you the title because I made it in the object, so you will see the title for the account. But if you see income before taxes, it really is, if you look income before taxes, you scroll down, what is really keeping in the database, it's income before taxes. This is it. Is keeping really the number, and that's all what I care. So I'm really working much better than the SEC does. I'm much more efficient. And you will understand how efficient we are when we turn it to a multi-dimensional queue. So stage number 1 is collecting data into this table. Stage number 1. Stage number 2, and I have the functionality, and I make it work when it's supposed to work, it takes all this information, goes to the SEC, pull the data for specific company. This is Apple. Okay? Using the Apple, and then it goes to this table. After it collects the data, and you're going to the row in the table of company infos, you will see there's 2 fields. They are big. That's what I call JSON. You see that? It's huge. All the data for all the years from 2012 up to the 2021. You go, this is for the quarterly data. You see, you have 2 fields of JSON. How do you know it's JSON? It's like a dictionary. You see, it's like a dictionary. See that? It says
Yes.
data, a year, quarter 1, and then it collects the data for quarter 1. You scroll down, 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 try to find quarter 2. I never find them, but they are there. I know how to print them. So all the quarters are in here, all the yearly are in here. So far, so good.
So good.
Now,
Yes.
when we make this screen, what the data is coming from? The data is coming from here, from this part. This is the data, and we download it to the JavaScript. We go over it in JavaScript, and we generate a nice table. So far, so good. when we make this table, we're really getting the data from the second one from here, and we're building up this table. So far, so good. So we understand now the first three functionality. Now that we have that, you have to work, everything's very smart. Look at the data, look at the page where it says, let's go to the annual because I'm not using the quarterly yet. Let me do right click here and inspect. You have to work very smart every time and think ahead. If you look at the name of every tab, see when I move the mouse down, it moves to the right. You see that? On the top, you see that?
Yes.
So this is really the first element. Let's see how I named it. I gave it an ID 212 underscore 11100. There's a reason. Because if I want to pull a data from here, I don't even have to go into the year. I can go, by the way, okay? But this is in any case a good way of naming your field. So I can find any element here by, you know that Daniel very well, get element by ID. So if I want an element for 2012 for account 11100, which is cash and cash equivalent, I can put it up right from this printout, correct?
Yes.
Same what I did for this one. What I do here, I do right click here, inspect, and look at the names. Here I did it a year, quarter, and the account. Very similar, very easy to do, but I work organized. So that's function number 3, those two. Okay, now that I have the data, I want to create financial statement analysis. By the way, when we pull the data from here, I put it in a variable in JavaScript. So I can get ready all the data right from here, okay? And in fact, I made it very smart. I made a function that says you give him the year, you give him the account, it gives you the value automatically. He knows how to do it. It's very easy, okay? Some things about this one, okay? Now, I don't really have to use the naming I used here, but I always like to be organized because I don't really know how I will use it maybe in the future. Got it? I might say, we don't have data here. Some data we can't collect for some reason. One day, I might turn all those, instead of being like a span that you cannot change, I will turn them to an input field. And if you change the number, they will update our database. Got it? So that's why I named it in the right way right now. I don't know what will happen, but I love to work very, very organized. Unfortunately, they don't really teach it in school, but this is really very important. You see, everything here is designed in the right way. So, okay, stage number 1, stage number 2, it's pulling the data, stage number 3. Stage number 4 is the calculation here. By the way, here, I think I did pull the data right from this one. I didn't really use that one, but I could have done the other way around too. So all of those, stage number 4, it's done. Stage number 4, I call it still, although this is designed, all the data here coming from many places. This one, for example, nothing comes from the database, only a few things. You see interest expense, that comes from the financial statements. This number is interest expense from 2020. Why it's 2020? Because here I'm doing the valuation for year 2020. When you go to the schedule, how do you know this number? It's 3002, it's in million, I think. You go to the annual 2020. I always get confused now if I take from this. I think I take it from here. 2020, let's look at the interest expense. Here we got interest expense. You see the number? It's come from the financial statement. Got it?
Yes.
So everything we have done was for a purpose. So in the financial statement, in the schedules, but on the other hand, what this number came from? That number I pull up from a website of the Federal Reserve in America. Federal Reserve is the central bank of America. It's like the central bank of Uganda. The US have 9 central banks. The biggest one is New York. Okay? So I pulled it up from their website. It's updated automatically. Okay? So this one also, by the way, this is the gross profit. No, this is earning before interest and tax. If you go again, you go to the annual, you will find it here. Where is it? This one. Here, this is this number. You see that? So if, I don't know if, no, it's 66 should be. See? Yeah, 66 to 88. You got it? It's pretty good. That's very good. Now, interest coverage, by the way, it's this divided by this. It gives you this one. This one I took from another place. This is the rating of the company, of their bonds, but that's a whole topic. Then there is a spread. It's a whole topic. That's a country risk. Calculating country risk come, in fact, from here. If you have a good eye, you will see country risk. Where is country risk? No, it's not here. Where is this one come from? 1.06. That's the spread. Let me see what I did here. Yeah, here we go. You see that? That comes from that schedule. And then eventually you get estimations for this one. That's for the debt. I do similar stuff for the equity. A weighted average of this one with this one goes to here. So this number is based on those two schedules. But we have a whole course for that. The beauty, it works. And it works beautifully. People would die to have that. I'm going to spend, I told you, by the end of the year, I'm going to talk to this guy from NYU. You will be interested of what we have to do. He doesn't have it. He wish he had that. Take my word for it. And I hope to have a collaboration with his university. That will be a blessing. But who knows which stage he is or blah, blah, blah. Eventually, I also going to visit Chicago probably in May this year. University of Chicago, May or June. And then I will introduce that one. But I want to introduce this one and the business simulation. And if I get it to University of Chicago, that's the end of the story. You won't find a website like that. Take my word for it. There's no such a thing. Anyway, that's for those ones. Let's move on. Okay? Let's move on to valuation. That's a whole story. By the way, see how beautiful. This is all dynamic. See how it changed automatically. There's a reason for that. Okay? Moreover, all those calculations come from the schedule. I can do analysis as an analyst. Now, how to do this kind of thing, that's very cool. That's what I want you to learn, Daniel. And I want you to put it on certificate 2 toward the end or in certificate 3. Got it? This is beautiful to make. It's like Excel. It's better than Excel. Why is it better than Excel? You cannot do it in Excel. Am I right?
Yes, doctor.
Now, if you work smart, it's very easy to do. If you work stupid, maybe you won't even be able to do it. But you will see we have so much knowledge now, and you will see how you do it smart. You know, when you're building your website, even the app wives, you're doing it smart now. Am I right? You're doing better than the one we stole. Okay, this is being smart. Okay.
Yeah.
This is really nice, very, very nice to make it dynamic And by the way, look, and when I change it 10, the whole thing is changing, by the way. And then the final result. And then when I do a simulation, the simulation will go around it different. It will be depend on this one. That's all the trivial exercise. Now you believe me, this could be a whole business, am I right?
Yes, doctor.
Now, why did
True.
we do it? Okay, so we have all the 6 stages. You're going to make a summary of this session. Write it down, okay? It's for us. I don't know which part I want to reveal and which part I don't want to reveal. Stage number 7, that's option trading. This is really a piece of art. Really is a piece of art. Look how many things we have already. I want to see what the history say in this table. You have 500, I think 502. It's called S&P 500, but there's more than 500. By the way, if you want, Daniel, I'll work with you. We'll add here a number at the beginning so you can see it has no meaning, those numbers. So that's why I removed it. I had it before, I removed it. You see on the left, I added 2 columns, which industry every company is. Then I have the ticker of the company, the name of the company, and then that's what says next release day. Now there is a feature in this table, even better than Excel, because in Excel, you have to go data, sort, blah, blah, blah. More natural, if I click on this column, it's sorting it by this column. I click on ticker, is sorting it by ticker. You see that? Moreover, the search button here goes by the column you clicked on. So if I'm clicking on this column, I can search now by, if I type B, you will find all the one that has a B. BB, all the one that has BB. If I click now on next release day, I can start typing 2021. Let's see which one going to release there. There aren't many, 2021, because most of them already have released. And the next one, they're going to be 2022. If I type here 2022, you will see it's most of the companies, because most of them already have released all the stuff for 2021. Okay. Now, I click this one, by the way, tells me what happened to the stock price, but that's, I'm not going to go over that one. All of those has a lot of meaning, by the way. All of them has a lot of meaning. Each column here. Each column has a meaning. I don't know why this one doesn't like me. Yeah, it does. All of them. Butterfly, it's a strategy. But well, from technical point of view, look at the beauty. I click on a ticker. It's open a window. That's something that I want you to learn. And then we decide if we want to do it as part. You're teaching it a little bit in the example I gave you with the whiteboard. Remember? The idea here is very similar. The beauty here that you can have several of them at the same time. When I click here, I get some information. When I click here, I get another table. Look, by the way, you see this rounding, scrolling?
Yes, doctor.
Edits everywhere. So this is another type of information. I click on this one, I get another type. By the way, it's downloading data from the stock exchange, not the commissioner. That's the exchange. That's really what they're doing, trading. So if you look at that after 4:30 Uganda time, those numbers will change because they're coming live. So you need to know what a call means, what you need to know what a put means. Look at the beauty. When you scroll down, look at that. This is the price of the stock. And you find this dynamically. If you go into Yahoo Finance, you will see this is exactly the price. If you scroll down, remember 1885. 1885, you see that? All
Yes.
those one are blue, all those one are blue in the bottom. because you need to know what a put means and what a call means. Now, see the beauty, when I click on this screen, it's overriding this screen. You see that? That's a feature you need to know how to do. And that's beautiful. It really is beautiful. Okay? I need to really do it when I click somewhere here. You have to click on the title. And then this one will take over. But I might change it later on. We'll see. For now, I don't really see a reason. So all of those ones, that's what we actually use to do trading. We buy, sell stock. We're investors. You don't have any company in Uganda, you can take my word for it, that have something like that. Michael, is Michael still with us?
Yes.
This is your job with Jeremiah, that people will know about it. In banks,
Yes.
insurance companies, they should have that. I bet you they spend fortune and they don't have something like that to help them. Moreover, we're going to add a lot of things. Today, I'm supposed to join my colleagues, but I'm not going to do it because Shabbat, I don't trade. There is a trading on Friday. There's
Okay.
trading on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. There is nothing on Tuesday. Which day? No, they have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, no Thursday, no Wednesday, no Thursday, and Friday. There's only 4 days out of the 5. So today I'm not going to trade. I'm counting on them. They are very smart guys. They're brilliant guys.
Okay.
Very interesting. Okay. How do I get the data for this one, Daniel? This one, I have a connections to another website that providing this information. They even allow me to buy and sell stocks and options. Everybody afraid of options. I love options. They are the most riskier, but when you know what you're doing, this is the best. Many people get scared and many people doing stupid things. You know, if you look at this screen, you know, I have call and put, and I added, what is the theta? No, what did I do the theta? Here we go. No, what did I put the theta? Here. You see, you have delta and theta. The theta allow me, I can make money with really nothing, just passage of time. This is a beautiful stuff, and you can make a ton of money. This is what the real money is. So everything we have done so far is to get to that one, but that's not the end of the story. This is, I call step number 1. I already have published a lot of articles. How do you take a data from here and forecast the future? Which a lot of people don't know how to do. By the way, in this screen, you have a forecast. This is a forecast column. That's what analysts forecast. I'm going to add my own forecast to here. And let's see who was right, me or them. That would be very interesting, isn't it? By the way, if you know to do something like that, you can get a PhD. That's a PhD work. But we'll start in machine learning. That's what we'll do in machine learning.
Okay.
Now you understand what machine learning is about. What's the objective of machine learning? So Daniel, all what we did so far, it's software engineering, but in a very high level. Now we're moving to machine learning. That's why I want to start the next. And that's the objective of 2022. By the end of 2022, hopefully we'll publish 2 or 3 articles in magazine by the name of Academy City. Okay? That's really what we're going to do. And that's what gives us a big buzz with the big player. The fact that there are 2 analysts that are willing to work with us, honestly, this is already a big jump. That's not a simple stuff. Now, what the next step, and that's something I want you to join me, Daniel, you and Brenda, and who else want to, but you and Brenda definitely, and Michael, when you have time, I think Jeremiah should join us. Not that I want him to do it, because I want him to start spending time on design. See, I'm a colorblind, so I don't know if those colors are good. Got it? But I want him to understand what those ones are about and
Okay.
advise, standardize. By the way, I don't know if this color and this color, the top is the same or they are different. I think they are different, but I don't see the difference really. I think my wife told me they are different. Am I right or that's wrong? I know
Yes,
this is
sir,
different
they're
than this
different.
one. This is darker for me than this one.
Yeah.
This one and this one is almost the same. Now, Jeremiah has to understand what those screens supposed to do. He doesn't need to know everything about them and advise us to make a nice standard in all Academy City screens. We're going to use those one a lot. See the beauty, you can move them, you can close them. And by the way, when it's making a little click here, you can open them. We can make those bigger if we want. I didn't want it because those ones will open also. I can remove them from being here at all, but they will open automatically when you click here. Moreover, if I click now on a different company, it will give me data for a different company. We'll make this one blue and we'll put the name. You see that? It put so you don't get confused. If I move this one and I click on this one, this screen, see, is downloading data from the exchange. That you have to learn that API of that company, how you pull data. So there's a hell of a lot of work. What I want to work with you, I don't know, we have about 10 minutes. I want to tell you what I want to work with you, Daniel, and I will explain. So this one, it's a whole application built on, eventually I'm going to type this one, this last number, you see this last number?
Yes.
I'm going to add another number here. The reason I didn't add it, I will tell you in a second. This is what actually the stock price. This is my estimate what it should be based on knowing the company. If the company is being traded too much, too high over this one, I can make money out of it, or vice versa. Now, in the end of the day, I'm going to take this number. You see this number? For every company that they are in the S&P, I will do the valuation, and I will edit. I will edit here. There's two numbers supposed to be here. I'm missing a number here. Why I didn't open it? I think I won't open it. This is just the difference. This is difference, correlations. So when I click here, no, not this one, sorry. When I click here, by the way, when I click here is also, I do get the price of the company. No, this is for the call and not this one. Not this one. I do get it when I click here. I added it up here. So I want to collect. This is easy to collect, by the way. I will teach you how you do it. You see this price? Let's go for Apple. Let's see Apple. How much is Apple being traded? Let's look for Apple. By the way, when I click here, it's automatically put the information here and you get all the data for Apple. So Apple is being traded for, if I click here, this is the price of Apple, 164. See that? Based
Yes.
on my valuation, but my valuation is not good. Why is not good? And that's what we're going to do. It's saying 49, but that is correct in the end of 2020. You got it? But
Yeah.
we are already in 2021. So I can go and change it, and I haven't tested. By the way, I don't know why 2021 doesn't show here. It should show me 2021 here. I don't know, Daniel. I should allow 2021 to be open automatically. It should be open 2021. Surprise. And then when I choose 2021, what it will do in the valuation, and that's a challenge, is going to do the valuation not based on the data in the annual for 2020, not based on this column. What I want him to do, not even 2021 either yet, and I explain why. So for Apple, I can use 2021. For another company, they might didn't publish yet the data for the fourth quarter of 2021. Got it?
Yes.
They might have only the third quarter. So then what we do? What we can do is, this is the trick. We have the data of the annual. We have the annual of, we can do the following. We can take the annual of 2020, subtract the fourth quarter from it, and add the next three. Or another way you can do it, subtract the first three and add the next three. So I have 4 quarters. See, I can use those 4 quarters. You got it? That's a year. So instead of using the yearly, which is the sum of those 4, I will use those 4. I will use those 4. Got it? So
Yes.
if I am in the middle of the year, I will use only those 4. Got it? And if I have a company only have 1 quarter of 2021, I will use those 3. And that's what I'm going to do now. That's my last step, and I'm almost done with this module. Got it?
Yeah.
That's what I don't think we have time. We'll do it next week. Write it down, Daniel. We will start every day. We'll have a session. You tell me the time, plus minus. Sometimes I have a meeting or something. I will have to take care of it. But let's do Sunday. I think we should start doing the first XBRL. That will be enough for Sunday. And for Sunday with Brenda, first of all, I hope she will watch the video of today. And then I want to start working on going company by company. By the way, there's a lot of other features to start filling up all the data, the annual. We don't touch the quarterly, although I can open it up. We will click on next release day. You see that? And we start filling up the companies that have a release day of 20. See, this is 1102. There's a lot of them today. How come? No, this is wrong data. This is my computer. We need to use the Academy City. This is wrong. Because I have a mechanism that updates it automatically. If you go to Academy City, and you go to corporate, this one is updated. There's two of them that I need to fix. If you go to the S&P 500, you see that one? And you see there's nothing really almost on 11. There's only one that passed. There's 2 that passed. Those one I have to fix. There's only 1 today. You see that?
Yes.
So I want Brenda and you, Mildred, to start working on getting data for this company. So how will you do that? And that's the order. That's the order. You go to, in the admin, you make sure that those two are not marked yet. Okay? If they are not marked, you only mark the first one. If it marks, you take it away. And then you click again. That's the only the first tab, update data for companies. The other one is quarterly, so you don't mark it. You mark only the first one. You mark that one, you go back to the S&P and you click on the name. When I click on the name, something is happening. It's trying to download data from the SEC, but it doesn't have anything unless Brenda already have done it. When I go to the SEC, you see it didn't really finish yet. Takes him a little time. It's still cooking probably. Hopefully it didn't get stuck. We'll see in a second. I think it takes him a little time. Hopefully it didn't get stuck. If it got stuck, I will fix up and see what's the reason. Yeah, here we go. You see, it tried to do function number 2. Remember, Daniel? But we didn't do number 1. So now you cannot do number 1 unless you pull the number 2 kind of. Okay? Leave this one as it is. And now you have, for this company, which is CSX, whatever it is, now you start collecting data. And Brenda is expert. And Mildred, I think you're getting very good as well. Am I right, Mildred?
Yes, doctor.
So when you click on this one, now you're doing function number 1. Is that right?
Yeah.
You click on here. You click on here. You will see all of that will be empty. Got it?
Yes.
So now you have to fill it up. Revenue, you choose revenue. Bingo. What's the beauty of this? And with that, we'll finish. What's the beauty? What is the company? The company is CSX. Let me open Academy City admin. We have, before I showed you only my computer. Is that right? It's already working perfectly on Academy City. Admin. Okay, let's go to corporate valuation. You know that, Mildred, is that right? Mildred,
Yeah.
you're going to be in the team of Brenda and be expert on that. You're going to the match. Okay? Okay.
Yes, doctor.
Now I want to match, you know, there's a lot of companies here. So I usually score into Control F, Control V, and you will find it for me. Here it is. This is the company. By the way, you see, there's only one line, correct? Who created this line? 2020. We always start with 2020. Always. Let's choose the second one. Labor is not interested in depreciation. It's not interesting for now. You can choose depreciation. Let's choose depreciation. We have depreciation. Okay. Then you have operating income. Operating income. What is operating income? How come I don't have gross profit? I don't have. So it's okay. Operating income. It's EBIT. Is that right? Interest expense. Interest expense. Okay, I clicked a few of them. Let me look at the other one. Total expenses. But this one is tricky. This is total. It's a mixture of cost of goods sold. So this is really going to be a problem with this company. I will take a look. And they don't see their total. Yeah, this minus this give me already the EBIT. I don't really that. I won't have the gross profit, but that's a problem, but it's okay. Let's look at this table. What happened in this table? Refresh it. And what do we get? Or what I collected. That's beautiful. That's function number 1, correct? Let's do now function number 2. Go back. refresh the screen. By the way, you should do really all of them first. How is function number 2 works automatically? It's by this one. Click on it, click back. Make sure you take it out and put it back because sometimes it doesn't work. I don't know why, but it doesn't matter. Now I go back to here. I'm getting my list. I am clicking on this list. This is the third one. Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm going to click on it. Now what's going to happen? It takes him a little time. But the beauty here, when you finish, so it takes you about half an hour to an hour to finish a company. But after you finish, the final user will get it immediately because it will get it from our company, from our website. I will show it to you. It takes him a little time. Oh, see, some data came out. You see that?
Yes.
Yes.
So the data is there. Some of the data we collected. You see, some of the data we collected. It's there. Oh, so that's function number 2. Where did he put the data? So let me just show you that one. Let's open that one, another admin. So number 3, it's done automatically. And let me just change it. Go back to the company. Where is company? Anybody see company? Company's info. I must close before my daughter would kill me. And I'm going to look for which company I was working on. What's the name of that company? CSX. Let's see if I can find it. Control. I think I can put it here. CSX. Bingo. Here we go. Let's go here. Okay, scroll down. You see that the data have been filled partially. You see there's a lot of empty stuff. You see that?
Yes.
In the end, you will. Look at this one. This is totally empty. The quarterly is totally empty. It's not collected anything because we didn't really do anything with the quarterly yet. Got it?
Yes, doctor.
So this is the way it works. This is stage number 3. When you're done with, let me close. I'm going to close and stop the session. Then this one will fill up automatically. That's number 4. Automatically, the schedule, the financial statements, they will fill up automatically. That's the beauty. So this has become to be the most important things is really this one, the SEC. This one, this one is the most important. Got it? This is where the hard work is done. And that's what I'm counting on you, Mildred. And the rest is programming. When you finish the programming, it's all automatic. Got it? Okay, we'll continue Sunday. Sorry of the delay. I hope my daughter won't kill me. Is Michael still with us? I think he probably have. I will call him, okay? See you Sunday, okay, guys? Bye, guys.
Okay,
I'll send you. Thank you. Have a good one.